Your student ID cannot be used. The entrance door did not open. It seems that the time has come to replace the student ID card. At 3 a.m., I was stuck on the 6th floor of the Student Union building. I fell asleep while drinking with the members in the club room, but when I woke up, I was alone. They are like heartless things. I have no choice but to wait for someone to come in the morning. The hallway was dark and quiet. I walked slowly. The sound of my footsteps rang through the quiet hallway. It seemed that there was no one but me. All the lights in the club room were off. It was a bit spooky. Let's go to the bathroom and quickly go back to the club room and stay there until morning. I made up my mind. I saw the entrance to the bathroom after passing the bent road. The light at the entrance to the bathroom went off and on. It's a sensor that detects people passing by, but it seemed to be out of order. Or is something invisible going back and forth under the sensor light? I shook my head to get rid of the useless thoughts. Went to the bathroom. The sensor light at the entrance was still blinking. I have to go back to the club room soon. I was deliberately humming and chasing the fear, when something loud sounded. I was frozen for a while. If I passed Bent Road, I will find a club room soon. I retook my steps. I quickly passed the Bent Road, and a black figure popped out from the darkness. I screamed in surprise, and the black figure on the other side also screamed. Was a person besides me. There was someone else trapped on the 6th floor. It was nice to meet someone in the same situation. I had a conversation with him about this and that. He was a freshman in college and said he was a statistics major. It was the same department as my close club junior. When I told him I had an acquaintance in the statistics department, he was visibly taken aback. At the same time, he made excuses such as I'm not very close with the people in the department, I'm planning on transferring, and I forgot my student ID. It seemed a bit out of sync, but it wasn't worth asking further. So I said hello to him and each went into the club room. Someone touched me and opened my eyes. Brother, did you sleep here yesterday? A club junior I drank with yesterday smiled and talked to me. Hey, wake me up yesterday and go with me. Are you guys going without me? I complained and stretched like that. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's already late for first period. I sleep more. Don't wake me up. We're cleaning the club room today, more members will come soon, is that okay? Yeah, I answered and closed my eyes, but soon a loud noise opened my eyes. Members were fussed with cleaning preparations. Brother, you have to clean too. One of my juniors jokingly talked to me. I sighed and got up. I had to clean up. While cleaning, I talked to the members about this and that. Coincidentally, there was a junior in the Department of Statistics, so I brought up the story of a freshman I met last night. Are there any enthusiastic freshmen who stay in the club until dawn? Our department has a small number of people, and everyone knows each other just by crossing a bridge. so I need to find out who it is. My junior said such nonsensical things. It was nonsense until then. A few days passed and I was in a daze in the club room as usual. A few juniors were talking noisily. There was also a junior in the Department of Statistics. Ah, that's right. You must know. Do you remember the freshman we talked about back then? A junior spoke to me. The one who was locked up with me at the time. Yeah, I recognized it once. I heard that none of the freshmen joined the club on the 6th floor here. Yes? Then what was he doing there at dawn? A junior came up to me and showed me a picture. Are there any of these? It's a group photo taken at the retreat. I looked closely at the picture, but there was no face I saw that day. You know that a freshman died here on the 6th floor a few years ago, right? I heard there was an accident while being forced to drink. Hey, that never happened. I've been going here for years. My juniors and I laughed lightly. Hey, I'm going first today. Are you running away because you're scared? I'm going to change my student ID card. Student ID. I came out. Who was the freshman I met that day? I didn't want to pay attention, but something was bothering me. He had a vague impression. Even though it had only been a few days since we met, it was fading in my memory. Who is he? No, what is it? After another few days like that, I happened to see him while walking on campus. It was the freshman who was locked up with me. He was alone in the tumultuous crowd. The sun was setting and the sky was darkening, and he was walking towards the direction of the night. After a little hesitation, I approached him. He looked back to see if he had heard my footsteps. He looked at my face and ran away in amazement as if he had seen a ghost. I tried to follow him, but in the end I failed. He suddenly disappeared at some point. And after some time, I heard about him from a junior in the statistics department. He was a fake college student. It seems that he wanted to go to our school as a student who took the Korea CSAT 4 times. However, he failed in the end and pretended to be a college student to deceive his parents. It is said that one night, he was caught by a security guard while trying to break down the door after being trapped in the College of Natural Sciences. As a result, it was revealed that he was a fake college student, and he was kicked out. Like a fool. It was natural that he couldn't enter university with such lies. If he want to attend our university, he has to be a little more thorough. Being locked in a building and breaking down the door is really stupid. Student ID cards can be easily obtained on the internet. If he posts an article about purchasing a student ID, at least a few students or graduates get caught. A few tens of dollars is enough. Of course, if the seller reissues the student ID, it becomes useless, but in my experience, it was okay for 1 or 2 semesters. In addition, he had to impersonate a department with a large number of students, such as the Department of Business Administration, rather than a department such as the Department of Statistics with few people. In a department with a lot of students, it is natural to not know each other well. It is also wrong to say that he is a freshman. Freshmen usually have a well-formed community, so it's not easy to get mixed up with lies. Rather, it is much simpler to impersonate a senior student who failed while studying for the exam. If he say that he failed the exam, anyone won't be asked anymore. Classes are large lectures that make it difficult to know whether or not attendance has been called. If he go to classes focusing on liberal arts rather than majors, he will not be caught. After building such a solid foundation, all he has to do is join a club and enjoy his college life. He need to know this much to go to our university.